How's it going, folks? So, the band Fifth Angel just released a brand new song here. The name of the song is When Angels Kill. And they got a new album coming out, I believe it said June 16th. So, yeah, let's get a glimpse. Let's see what awaits us, or an idea of what awaits us on this album. Apparently, it's going to be quite beefy and a concept album. And When Angels Kill, that's nothing to take lightly. That's no joking matter. When Angels Kill, but let's see what we got here. I think we're gonna get some heavy metal goodness if I am correct here in my assumptions. Rangers, go.
Are you still there? These visions, they won't stop.
interesting there. So, but the way this song started out, the whole intro, oh man, I was all in. I mean, they had me hook, line, and sinker. There was a little bit of kind of a symphonic element there, a little bit, and just the buildup and the drums. The drum work was the highlight of the song for me personally. The drums were just so sick. But the whole intro, the way it built up, the atmosphere, the mood, it it was just awesome. It was just absolutely awesome. And then as soon as like the main part of the song started, I mean, I was digging that one guitar riff and all that kind of stuff. But once like the verses and all that started, I feel like the song had kind of dropped off a little bit. It had such this buildup, such this personality, and then it just dropped off kind of into generic territory, in my opinion. Because all of those extra elements were kind of lost. It just kind of became, it felt kind of like the lead and rhythm guitar and whatnot were just doing kind of the same chugging riff, which is fine. But it just, after that buildup and the fullness and the feeling of all of that, it just ended up started feeling kind of empty. Like there was something missing now, like kind of in the background. So I kind of wish, and they kind of did this, whether it's in the pre-chorus or just like kind of the second half of the verses, where perhaps the lead guitar started doing kind of like a melody in the background, in addition to that chugging riff. It kind of helped add a little bit more flavor to it again. But then once the chorus hit, it kind of just became a strumming fest again, of just kind of a standard riff. And the vocal melody isn't really anything that sets the world on fire either. The vocals were great. I really like his power, his strength in his voice, the edge to his voice. But the vocal melody was somewhat of kind of like a heavy metal, just somewhat standard sounding melody. So you really needed the music to kind of pick up a little bit of the slack and really create, the 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 personality, or that's something extra there to make the song kind of stand apart from others in the genre. And I just feel like that just didn't quite happen again, because that intro was so sick. And again, the atmosphere, the mood, the feeling, the darkness, the a little bit of a symphonic kind of thing going on there. And then it just kind of fell into somewhat generic territory without any real thing that really stood out to you. I mean, it's solid enough, but after that, I just felt like there should have been more. Again, whether the lead guitar is playing a cool melody in the background, or whether they keep a little bit of that symphonic. I'm not saying this needs to be like a giant symphonic production, but maybe just keep a little bit of that symphonic element in the background to still to create or keep this kind of oppressive and dark mood, or something. It just felt like it just became kind of empty. Like there was something missing in there, and it just didn't capitalize on what they created there in the intro. And the solo was good, and all of that. And again, the vocals were awesome, and the drum work was phenomenal. It's just that song wise, it just had something special, and then just kind of became a generic heavy metal, power metal type of song, with just some standard riffs and a standard vocal melody, and not too much there in between. So I was a little disappointed. I still like the driven nature of the song and the heavy nature, but something's just missing in there that could have helped fill a little bit of that void, and continue that mood and feeling from the beginning all the way through the song, and really make it something, really personalize the song, and really make it stand out from the crowd. But as it stands now, that intro rocks, the drums rock, the music, everything was solid enough. But at the end of the day, this song just falls squarely, into the standard fare category for me. Really curious to hear what else they got though coming out on this new album. Because, like I said, I like their sound and all of that, and hopefully there's some more, dynamic tracks on the album. And again, apparently it's going to be quite the concept album, so I'm very curious to see how that will work, especially if they're kind of telling, a story. There should be some definite dynamics in there to go along with whatever story they're telling. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this song. I'd be very curious to hear y'all's thoughts. But that's what I got for y'all today. I'll catch you next time, Ranger.